Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and collectible coins ever made, the United States bicentennial quarter, marked with the dates 1776 to 1976. This isn't just pocket change, it's a tiny piece of American history, and some versions are worth a fortune. When you flip one of these quarters, you'll notice something special. Instead of the usual eagle on the back, there's a bold colonial drummer, the spirit of a young nation's fight for independence. The front still features George Washington, but with a unique dual date, 1776 to 1976. Millions of these coins were struck to celebrate America's 200th birthday, but only a handful hide secrets that make collectors go wild. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most people think these coins are common, and yes, over 1 billion were minted, but not all quarters are created equal. There are three main types: copper-nickel circulation coins, silver-clad versions made for collectors, and proof coins with mirror-like finishes. The rarest ones aren't just beautiful, they carry mysterious minting errors that send their value soaring. Imagine finding a quarter with a double die, where the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust" appear slightly doubled. Or one struck on a silver planchet meant for a dollar coin. These rare mistakes can turn a 25-cent coin into a treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. There are even reports of off-center strikes, filled dies, and transitional errors that make experts' hearts race. Every scratch and shine could be hiding a story from the mint's bicentennial celebration. Collectors love these coins because they connect them to America's journey, from the Revolution to modern times. Many hunt for pristine, deep cameo-proof versions made in San Francisco, sealed in special sets that never entered circulation. Others dream of finding a silver quarter that somehow slipped into everyday change. It's the thrill of the chase that keeps coin lovers hooked. So, how much can one of these bicentennial quarters actually be worth today? Most circulation coins are still worth face value, 25 cents. But a high-grade silver-proof coin, certified in top condition, can sell for over $100. If you stumble upon a rare error or an exceptionally preserved example, its value can climb dramatically. Some special versions have sold in auctions for as much as $5,000 or more, depending on rarity and demand. That's the magic of this coin. What looks ordinary might hold hidden worth. Every bicentennial quarter is a reminder of freedom, art, and American pride, but a lucky few are pure treasure. So, next time you check your spare change, look closely at that drummer boy. You might just be holding a small piece of history, and possibly a big payday. Top 2, we're talking about a coin that might look ordinary but hides some truly fascinating secrets, the 1972 United States quarter dollar. Don't blink, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and one of these could make you a small fortune. The 1972 Washington quarter might seem like just another coin from the 70s, but it's part of a generation that collectors absolutely love. Struck during a time of change in America, this coin carries not just George Washington's proud portrait, but decades of history in its shine and wear. On the obverse, you'll find the familiar image of Washington designed by John Flanagan, the same one that's appeared since 1932, with the word Liberty standing boldly above his head and the motto "In God We Trust" resting at his left. Flip it over and there's that powerful bald eagle clutching arrows, the ultimate symbol of American strength. Now here's where things get exciting. The 1972 quarter was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most people think all quarters are the same, but tiny details can change everything. The Philadelphia mint coins have no mint mark, Denver coins show a small D, and the San Francisco issues, marked with an S, were proof coins made especially for collectors. And here's the twist: while billions were minted, a few rare errors make certain coins extremely valuable. Imagine finding a quarter where the lettering looks slightly doubled, known as a double die error, one of the most sought-after mistakes in the coin world. Or spotting one struck slightly off-center, leaving a crescent-shaped blank edge. Some rare examples were even struck on nickel planchets instead of the usual copper-nickel composition, creating a coin that's completely different in weight and tone. Collectors also look for weak strikes, filled mint marks, and die cracks that give each coin its own unique fingerprint. Condition is everything when it comes to value. A worn 1972 quarter from your change might only be worth its face value, but one in pristine, mint state condition can be worth many times more. Coins graded above MS65, meaning almost perfect, start catching collectors' eyes. And if that coin happens to be an error variety, you're in for a surprise. So, what's the real market value of these coins today? Most regular 1972 quarters are still worth 25 cents in circulation. But a high-grade mint state coin with a sharp strike can sell for over $50 to $100. Rare double die or off-metal error coins have sold for hundreds, and some exceptionally rare pieces in top condition have brought in as much as $1,500 at auction. That's a big return for a coin most people overlook every day. Every 1972 quarter tells a story of craftsmanship, chance, and discovery. It's a coin that reminds us that treasure doesn't always come in gold and jewels. Sometimes, it's right in your hand, hiding in plain sight. So the next time you get change at the store, take a moment to look closely at your quarters. That simple glint of metal could be the start of your very own collector's adventure. Top 3. What if I told you that one ordinary-looking coin from 1994 could actually be hiding serious value? We're diving deep into the world of the 1994 United States quarter dollar, a modern coin with a surprising story, full of hidden treasures, rare minting errors, and collector secrets you don't want to miss. The 1994 quarter might look like your everyday coin, but it's a piece of history that carries the legacy of America's first president, George Washington, and nearly 7 decades of tradition. The design, originally created by sculptor John Flanagan in 1932, still shines with patriotic pride, the bold word "liberty" at the top, the phrase, "In God We Trust," beside Washington's profile, and "United States of America" circling proudly on the reverse with a mighty bald eagle holding arrows and olive branches, symbols of strength and peace. Now, the year 1994 was an interesting one for the U.S. Mint. Quarters were produced in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can spot the mint mark just beside Washington's ponytail. No mint mark means Philadelphia, a tiny D stands for Denver, and an S represents the San Francisco Mint. But here's the exciting part: while billions of these coins rolled out of the presses, a few rare varieties and errors slipped through the cracks, and that's where the treasure hunt begins. One of the most fascinating finds is the doubled die quarter, where the lettering or design elements appear slightly doubled because of a die misalignment during minting. Another rare type is the off-center strike, where part of the design is missing or shifted. There are also quarters struck on the wrong metal planchet. Imagine a quarter made on a dime's blank, thinner and lighter than normal. And some have filled mint marks or die cracks that create unique raised lines or blobs of metal across the surface. These tiny differences can turn a regular coin into a valuable rarity that collectors dream about. Condition also plays a huge role. Most 1994 quarters have been circulating for decades, showing scratches, wear, and discoloration. But coins preserved in mint state condition, untouched and still shining, are highly desirable. Proof coins from San Francisco, with their mirror-like surfaces and frosted designs, are miniature works of art made especially for collectors. So, let's talk about the real market value. A common 1994 quarter in circulation is usually worth its face value, 25 cents. But if you find a mint state coin graded MS65 or higher, its value can rise to $20 or $30 depending on its brilliance and strike quality. Proof coins in perfect condition can reach up to $50. Now, if you stumble upon a major error, like a double die, off-metal strike, or off-center coin, you could be looking at a piece worth several $100s. And the most exceptional examples, those with flawless surfaces or dramatic minting mistakes, have sold at auctions for as much as $1,000 or more. Think about that for a moment. A coin you might have handled as a child or received in change at a store could secretly be worth more than a stack of bills today. That's what makes collecting so thrilling: the mystery, the history, and the hunt for something extraordinary hiding in plain sight. So next time you get a handful of change, don't just spend it, study it. Flip that quarter over, look for those mint marks, examine the edges, and pay attention to the details. Because your next coin find could be more than just money. It could be a little piece of American art, a hidden rarity, or maybe even a jackpot in your pocket. Top 4. We're going back to the early 70s to uncover the hidden secrets of the 1971 United States quarter dollar, a coin that might look ordinary, but under the right circumstances, could turn into something truly valuable. Get ready, because this isn't just pocket change, it's a piece of American history with stories, mysteries, and surprising prices attached. The 1971 Washington quarter marks one of the most interesting years for collectors. Struck at 3 different mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, these coins continue the legacy that began in 1932, honoring the first president of the United States, George Washington. On the front, you'll see his classic portrait with the words, "Liberty," above and, "In God We Trust," to his left. On the back, the proud American eagle spreads its wings, holding arrows and olive branches, a timeless symbol of power and peace. At first glance, it may seem like just another quarter, but here's where the real excitement begins. The 1971 quarter was produced right after the silver composition was permanently removed from circulating coins. From that year onward, quarters were made from copper-nickel clad, a copper core sandwiched between 2 nickel layers. But here's the twist: a few 1971 quarters are believed to have been mistakenly struck on leftover silver planchets from the previous years. These transitional error coins are incredibly rare and can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on condition and weight. Collectors also chase after a variety of minting errors that make 1971 quarters stand out. Some have double die obverse errors, where letters like "Liberty" or "In God We Trust" appear slightly doubled. Others show off-center strikes, missing letters, or die cracks that give the coin a dramatic look. Even coins struck on foreign planchets, meant for other denominations or countries, have surfaced, making them some of the most valuable error coins in the series. The Philadelphia Mint made most of the 1971 quarters, while Denver produced coins marked with a small "D" below Washington's hair. San Francisco, on the other hand, struck special proof coins with an S mint mark, mirror-like masterpieces made just for collectors. Proof versions have razor-sharp details and stunning contrast between frosted designs and glossy backgrounds, making them a favorite for coin enthusiasts. Condition matters more than anything else. A heavily circulated 1971 quarter is usually worth face value, just 25 cents. But coins in uncirculated, mint-state condition are a different story. When the coin's surfaces are clean, the strike is sharp, and the luster is bright, its value starts climbing. Collectors often look for grades above MS65, where the coin appears nearly flawless under magnification. Now, let's talk about the real-world market value. A typical 1971 quarter in circulation is worth 25 cents. But an uncirculated example can bring anywhere from $10 to $50 depending on condition and mint mark. Proof coins from San Francisco, especially deep cameo examples, can sell for up to $100. And the rare error or silver planchet quarters? They've been known to fetch hundreds, even as much as $1,500, at auctions and private sales. Think about it, a simple quarter from over 50 years ago could hide a fortune. Every scratch, every shine, every mint mark tells a story. Some people spend years searching for that one special coin that changes everything. And that's the beauty of collecting. It's not just about money, it's about discovery, passion, and history right in your pocket. Top 5, and last unique coin, we're diving into one of the most overlooked yet surprisingly fascinating coins of the modern era, the 1995 United States quarter dollar. It's a coin that many people have spent without thinking twice, but collectors know that some of these quarters can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your own change. The 1995 quarter belongs to the Washington Quarter series, a design that has represented American pride and leadership for decades. The obverse features the timeless portrait of George Washington created by John Flanagan, surrounded by the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." On the reverse, the mighty bald eagle spreads its wings, clutching arrows and olive branches, the perfect balance between strength and peace. But while the design seems simple, the stories hidden in these coins are anything but ordinary. In 1995, quarters were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can spot the mint mark just to the right of Washington's ponytail. No mark means Philadelphia, D stands for Denver, and an S belongs to San Francisco's proof coins. Now, the fun begins when we look at what makes some of these coins special. Most 1995 quarters are made from copper nickel clad, which makes them durable but not rare. However, a handful of them carry striking errors and variations that make collectors go crazy. Some 1995 quarters were struck off-center, leaving part of the design missing. These can be extremely valuable. Others have a double die error, where letters or numbers look slightly double due to a misalignment during the minting process. There are even examples where the coin was struck on the wrong metal planchet, like a dime blank, giving it a lighter weight and a unique appearance. Another popular rarity is the clipped planchet error, where a small curved portion of the coin's edge is missing. It looks like a bite was taken out of it, and collectors love these mistakes. Some 1995 Denver quarters have been found with filled mint marks, meaning extra metal clogged the die and made the D look faint or missing. These small differences, often unnoticed by the casual spender, can turn a 25-cent coin into something truly valuable. Condition, as always, plays a major role. A worn, circulated 1995 quarter might not stand out, but an uncirculated or mint-state coin, especially one graded MS-65 or higher, can command strong prices. Proof coins from San Francisco are another story entirely. These coins, made specifically for collectors, have mirror-like backgrounds and frosted details that make them shine like tiny works of art. So, how much can these 1995 quarters actually be worth in today's market? A regular circulation coin is worth its face value, 25 cents. But high-grade uncirculated examples can fetch up to $50. Proof coins in pristine condition can sell for around $100. Error coins are where things get exciting. Off-center strikes, double dies, or wrong planchet errors can bring in several $100s. And the rarest examples, the ones in perfect condition with dramatic minting mistakes, have reached auction prices as high as $1,500. Think about that. A coin you might have spent on a gumball could actually buy you a new phone if it's the right one. That's what makes coin collecting so thrilling. Every coin tells a story, and every search feels like a treasure hunt. So, the next time you get a 1995 quarter in your change, don't let it go without a second look. It might just be your lucky find. Check for errors, look for mint marks, and study the details carefully, because you never know when a small piece of metal might turn into a big reward. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1995 United States quarter dollar, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another story from the world of coins. Who knows, your next find could be worth a fortune.